Let's see if I remember how to do this. It's been a while. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Mate Brewski, for another Brewski review. One that is being shot close to a year, almost over a year since I shot a beer review. A lot of things have happened, different job changes, different place changes. A lot has happened, and I know I haven't posted regularly in a very, very long time. Hopefully going to change that. And moving forward, we're going to see what happens. But today, funny enough, I am all out of sorts because this isn't a beer. No, it's not a beer, and it's not new, but it's new to Canada as of maybe a month or so. This is Happy Dad Hard Seltzer. This is from the infamous NELK boys. They launched Happy Dad a few years ago, down in the States mainly. They're working with a brewery down there. I forget which one specifically, but they did showcase the facility where they were making it down in the States a few years back. And it's finally made its way up here to the Great White North. Here in Ontario, I've only seen this flavor, the Fruit Punch Happy Dad Hard Seltzer. 5% alcohols by volume, no IBUs, because, well, it's not a beer. It's a seltzer. So, without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open. Let's see what we got. Fruit Punch Happy Dad Hard Seltzer. No skinny can bullshit, as they said. Drink the last bit of water. I'm going to pour a bit more water in here, too. I'm just going to do about half a glass, because, you know, just a quick little review, nothing crazy. And looking at it, well, it's a seltzer, and it's basically just water and alcohol and flavoring. So it's clear, a little bubbly. They say low carbonation, meant for shotgunning and all that. Now, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be shotgunning here today. But damn, yeah, low carbonation, not too many bubbles coming up in the actual glass itself. But let's give that a smell. Fruit Punch definitely hits you right in the nose off the bat. Very reminiscent of that, that bright red Fruit Punch drink they got in the clear plastic containers. I forget what company that was. It was like Fruit something. We've all had it as kids. That's exactly what the Fruit Punch aroma is off of this, and it is quite in your face. Does not smell fake. Well, or as far as you can get with, fake Fruit Punch. It smells like Fruit Punch juice, regular old Fruit Punch. So, nose is on fucking point. Down on the taste, though. Cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Let's see what's going on. Down on the taste, still getting that sort of, Fruit Punch vibe. Not as intense as you get it on the nose. But still a decently pleasant, maybe Fruit Punch light kind of flavor. Not terrible at all. A little bit of an artificial medicinaliness going on in the back end. But I mean, I've had a lot of other seltzers that really have a strong medicinal or artificial taste. Shout out White Claw. Your stuff is garbage. But I've also had some really other good seltzers. I know when I worked for Kensington Brewing Company, we made a seltzer that was fucking banging. At the same time, it had a lot more sugar compared to these, this sort of, commercial seltzer. These are coming in at 1 gram or a little bit more. 3 grams of sugar because it is a tall boy can. 130 calories, and that's pretty much it. There's a little bit of protein. Oh, no, I lied. No protein. 26 milligrams of sodium and 26 milligrams of potassium. So, very nice indeed. It is a vodka-based seltzer, and there's a bit of a story on that, at least from my understanding. Because if I remember the video correctly, when NELK was showing the facility of where Happy Dad was being produced, again down in the States, I'm pretty sure it's being produced by a brewery and they use a, not malt-based, because it is gluten-free, but a sugar-based fermentation. That's what we did at Kensington Brewing Company, where we threw a bunch of different styles of sugars into water, basically. Boil it, bring it back down to temp, throw it in the fermenter, throw some seltzer yeast at it. It will ferment, and thus creating the alcohol. Now, I think that's what they do with the Happy Dads in the States. Here in Ontario, at least, and through where Happy Dad is sold through our LCBO, Liquor Control Board of Ontario, for some godforsaken reason, LCBO does not accept fermentation-based seltzers. In the sense that if you use a bunch of sugars and ferment those down to create the alcohol, the LCBO says, God, no, we won't take it for some fucking reason. Doesn't make sense. The beer store will take grain-based or sugar-based fermentation seltzers, but LCBO will not. So this rendition of Happy Dad is vodka-based to get the alcohol, so it's not fermented itself. It's a mixture of water, flavoring, vodka, and probably like citric acid, and citric acid, sodium citrate, and tripotassium citrate. Okay, yeah. So very, very simple, very straightforward. I don't know how much that changes the flavor from a fermentation-based to a vodka-based. I mean, I have had two of the same seltzers, one fermentation, one vodka. They do actually taste different on a craft brewery side of things, but as for the bigger commercial guys, I don't know how that changes in the flavor category. If I'm ever down in the States and I pick up some Happy Dad down there and I have the equivalent up here, I might do a video in the future comparing the fermentation based and just spirit based seltzers. It'll be kind of cool, but overall not too bad of a seltzer. Low carbonation indeed. I mean, most of the beers that I work with and brew with, the carbonation volumes is about 2.45 on the low end to about 2.5, 2.55 in the moderate, and then as high as like 2.65. That's what I've dealt with. CO2 vols is volumes of CO2 in a space of liquid. People that don't care, don't worry about it. It's low in CO2 volumes, so it means low in carbonation, which means you can shotgun them faster, easier, without getting bloated and running the risk of maybe expelling the just consumed liquid due to gases. Makes sense. So pretty cool. I might chug the last bit at the end just to see. I'm not a big chugger. I don't chug a lot of beers. I think this is something you can do. The carbonation is there. There's not as much as other seltzers, which actually kind of works out really well. You get a lot more of the flavor of the natural flavors. Natural flavors, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, natural flavors of the fruit punch. So a pretty damn good seltzer. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of seltzers. Kensington Brewing Company seltzers from when it was fermentation based were by far the best seltzers I have ever had. Partially biased because I did assist in making them, but at the same time, we did good, and now those are gone forever, so kind of a bummer there. But hey, Happy Dad, fruit punch, not bad. The can design, I have to say, that minimalistic, that's like one of the things too, it's minimalistic, but it looks fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the name, Happy Dad. Perfect. And here, we got the tall boys. None of that short can bullshit, none of those skinny can bullshits. Tall boys. Tall boys indeed. Shooting the final sip. Oh, let's get ready to rings and wrap this thing up. You could say that goes down like water. Actually, pretty enjoyable seltzer, not gonna lie. Again, a little bit of that medicinally artificial taste right in the back. But it's really nothing that's going to ruin your day, ruin your night, ruin your drinking experience. Some people might not like it. I don't mind it. But personally, again, I'm a beer guy. You guys know me that I'm a beer guy. I tend not to drink seltzers, but I will give them a shot. Try them out just to see how that portion of the alcoholic beverage market is going. What kind of flavors are they working with? How are they producing them? Have they perfected the getting no medicinally flavors or artificial bits. So far, not many have come across that. Come over that little hump, as I would say. But still, a very delicious seltzer indeed. I hope Ontario gets more flavors. I know it can be a very fickle. The LCBO. I know that the LCBO is a fickle bitch to work with, to get into, and all that jazz. But I hope that maybe in the next, few months, a few more different flavors come in. But out of all of them, I'm happy Fruit Punch came. I think that's a pretty diverse flavor. A lot of people will enjoy Fruit Punch compared to, say, just strictly lemon or black raspberry or cherry or what. It seems like Happy Dad has a good array of flavors to offer its consumers, which is obviously awesome. Overall, rating time. Happy Dad gets a solid... it gets a solid 7.5 out of 10. Pretty damn good. Can't really complain. A little bit of that artificialiness, but as far as seltzers go, I'm thoroughly impressed. The NELK boys, Full Send Podcast, they have done a fantastic job with this seltzer, with this company. I think they've worked with the, I guess, whatever brewery, the contract that they have is working out quite well. Best of luck to them. They've been killing it out there. Big fan of the lads over there. And you know what? I'm pumped to see what other flavors come to Ontario. If I'm out of the province or down in the States and just come across some, I'm gonna pick some up. I gotta try it. Gotta support the fellow Canadians. So that's pretty much it. Before I leave you guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers or seltzers you want me to review, leave all those comments down in the comment box below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want me to try, and I'll get it done. As always, all links of the product and a Untapped review, if available, are also down in the description box below. And with all that said, that's going to do it for me, Mate Brewski. Like I always say, crack a beer, or in this case, crack a seltzer, and enjoy. Cheers. Can I chug this? I'm going to try. I don't know. Oh, even with the low CO2. I just can't chug. Throw a dislike. It's worth it.